Vive le français, bonjour les amis, j'espère que vous allez bien. I hope that you are doing well. And today I'm going to speak to you in English language about unemployment, le chômage, unemployment. And this video will be in English. You can check the French video if you feel if you feel you can understand, because it's always easier, it's always better for you to listen to some French language. Okay, le chômage. So first of all, chômage is the percentage of the population of the active, la population active, who don't work. Okay, let me remind you, population active, they are the people who work. So first you have the whole population of France, which is like, I think, 64 million people, and then it's divided into two. You have population active and population inactive. Okay, so population active, population inactive. They are, for instance, the kids, the children, the students, the people who are retired, the people who are not retired, and the people who are inactive. I told you the people who are inactive, they are the people who simply don't work and are not looking for a job. Inactive, don't work and are not looking for a job. So les chômeurs, if you take la population active, population active is 40% of the French people. And from these 40% of the French people who work, you have 10% who are unemployed. 10% who are unemployed. So it's a lot, 10% of 40%. So if you take 65 million people, French people, then you take 40% to work. So it will be like, I don't know, 40% of 60, half of it is, maybe it will be like 30 million. And on these 30 million, there will be 10% who don't work. So it's many people don't work. So now you have to understand why people are unemployed. Why? Because they cannot find job. It's very difficult to find a job, especially for young people. The young people who just finished their studies, 23 years old, 24 years old. It's very, very hard to find a job, almost impossible to find a job. Of course, you cannot find stable job, you cannot find CDI. You cannot even find CDD, like short-term, one-year contract job. It will also be very difficult. CDI, you can never find it. Most of the time, you will be able to find interim. Interim is the short-term mission. You know, that's the best chance that you have. And in many fields, you have no job. There's no job in this field. So you did the study, you studied this, you chose to study this, and then at the end, no job. So you need to be very wary of this. In some fields, you have job, especially if you have some technical knowledge, you have jobs. Many people that are unemployed, they are also le chômage des seniors. They are people who are older people, 50 years old, 55 years old. It starts to be very hard to find a job because many companies, they think, okay, if I recruit this guy, if I recruit him, then he will not produce so fast. Il n'aura pas la même productivité. He will work slow. It's better for me to recruit someone who is at the top. And at the top, when you are at the top, is 30 years old. 30 years old, you are at the top of your capacity. You have the strengths, you are still young, you have the knowledge, you gathered some knowledge in your field, you have the working experience, you are at the top. Okay, and then when you get older, you'll go down. So that's how it is for the companies. Some people who are also very unemployed. Many people who are unemployed, they are the disabled people with disabilities, like physical disabilities, crippled, or people who have mental disabilities. So normally there's the law that says, okay, if you are disabled, the company will get some incentive. So they will get less tax, they will pay less tax, or they will get some help, some subsidies. However, it's difficult for people who are disabled to find a job. So it says there's 20% of people who are disabled who cannot find a job. There's always a battle of figures, because when they say 10% of the active population is unemployed, first you have to check what is the active population. You have many people that are considered inactive, and in fact these guys, they don't work and they are not looking for a job, but many of them, they want to work. They just say, I've been looking for 1 year. Maybe they are looking for a job at home, but they are not going to the unemployment office because it's useless. They cannot get any subsidies, they cannot get any money, so they just stay at home and they search for a job. But they are still unemployed, but they got out of the statistic. So they are also unemployed, but they are not inside the statistic because they are not officially looking for a job. So that's something very important. How many are they? I think a lot. And that was the policy of some government, because you know the politicians, they want to be re-elected. The president, they want to be re-elected, so they always say, look, there is less unemployment, there is less unemployment. So they are this, and they would tell to people, if they are not looking for a job after 3 months, get rid of them, because the goal is to lower the statistics. They want to lower the statistics, and they want to tell to the population, look, there is less unemployment. Yeah, we are doing a good job. In fact, people don't go to the unemployment office anymore because they don't get any money. They don't get any subsidies. They get nothing. So they say, why should I go to the unemployment office? It doesn't matter. I don't get so much help. I don't need their help. There is no job offer here. It's easier for me to search for a job online. I'm not going to the unemployment office. So that's also something. So there is always a battle of numbers. Also, you have some governments, they will create some small jobs. So they will say internship or short-term work, and then they will say, okay, look, there is less unemployment. This is what we call McDonald's job or KFC job. And this is, in my opinion, the US model. So in the USA, it's much easier to find a job. In France, you used to have a job for a very long time. So there is less turnover. And the fact that you have less turnover, it means that you have also less jobs available. People don't quit their job easily. You have the job, you don't go away because you're worried, okay, if I lose my job. So when you are unemployed, when you are officially unemployed, you've been working, then you have some subsidies, you have some compensation money. At the beginning, it will be 100% of your salary, and then it will go down. How long can you get this? I think it can be 1 year to 2 years. It really depends how long you've been working before. So we are very lucky in France, but it also means that we have very high tax. So what many people do, they work for 6 months, 1 year, and then they are unemployed, and then they get the compensation money for 1 year, and then they look for a job again, and then they get the compensation money for 6 months, and then they look for a job again, and then they get the compensation money. So that's what many people do. Work, stop working, work, stop working, work, stop working. Ok, donc c'est ce que je veux vous dire sur le chômage. The big issue with our society is, of course, there are less and less jobs. And that's why, because companies are just following themselves. This is the law of the market. They need to make more and more and more money. So if you want to make more money, you can cut down your cost. Instead of hiring a French national that you have to pay 1,500 euro or something, you can recruit someone from Eastern Europe, you only pay him 500 euro. Or you can recruit someone from China or Thailand, and you just can put your company abroad, and that's fine. Or you don't need to do it here, you can buy from a supplier, so you get the cheap supplier from Africa or from countries where it's much cheaper, so you cut down the cost and you don't recruit, you recruit less and less people. And now what's happening is you replace people by the machine. In France, the only industries that stay here, they are in the industries that are done with the machine. All the work is done by the machine. The machine is faster, the machine works better, and the machine is cheaper. So this is going to happen more and more and more. And I believe in the end, even the job that I'm doing right now, teaching you, this job will go away. This job will go away because a computer can do the same. It can learn by heart, and I do the video, and then someone can watch the video, then it can do the same. I've seen now online there is, and this is the big challenge we have everywhere. I've seen online there is some PPT, PowerPoint, and then the machine will read it, and then there is the the artificial voice, and sometimes these artificial voice are really getting much and much better. They're almost like human. So the machine is going to replace us, which could mean, which could be good if people can get some kind of income or some kind of way to live a decent life, some kind of job or some kind of income. In France, there are many people who are talking about universal income. They say all the French citizens should get income, some income that will allow them to pay for their cost and to live and to survive. So there's more and more talk about this. We'll see what happens. The question is how much? How much? Is it going to be a very, very small income and you cannot live with it, you cannot survive from it? Or is it going to be a much higher income? Who knows? Who knows? Okay, so there is and also, if you have universal income, do you give it only to French national, or do you have to give it also to the foreigners who are in France? And also, if you have universal income and it's easy to come to France and to get the French nationality, to mean more and more immigration, because more and more people, they have no jobs, so they come here, we need to come to France. In France, we can get the money for free. Which is already the case. Many foreigners, they are looking for the whole package, better life, higher quality of life, clean environment, and then all the subsidies that you can get, free education, free health, many things. Okay, let me leave you for now. À bientôt les amis. Take care. À bientôt.